Okay, solve the equation. We got negative, so we see the parentheses, we know we have to distribute, okay? To get that parentheses out of there. So again, you have negative 4. You want to put a 1 in front of the x when you distribute. So you go negative 4 to 1x, and then negative 4 to negative 5. So I write negative 4 down. So the first thing we're going to multiply by is the 1x. Second thing we're going to multiply is the negative 5. Now remember, when it has that sign in front of it, we have to write it down as a negative. Okay? Okay. So, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. And you put x behind it. Okay, negative 4 times negative 5 is going to be 20. Why don't you put a plus in front of the 20 then? Because when I go to write that, so I cross out not only the parentheses, but the number that was multiplied into it. So all that goes. Okay, the 8x don't. So I put negative 4x, then I put my plus 20, and then my plus 8x. Okay, then 40. Okay, now I've got two x's. On the same side. Okay, so I connect them. When I add these, I'm adding a negative 4 and a positive 8. So I just go negative 4 plus, and if it's a positive, okay, put a plus sign in there. If the 8 has a plus in front of it, I just hit 8. Okay, positive 8. So I put x down with the 4 in front of it. Those x's go, and I put the plus 20 down here. And then I have 40 on this side. Now I'm to my 1, 2 process. Okay, so I got times and plus. So I minus number 1, number 2. So I minus my 20, and then I divide by my 4. So minus 20 gets rid of our plus 20. 40 minus 20 is 20. If you take 40 minus 20, that takes us to 20. Then divide by 4. Okay. Okay, and then 20 divided by 4 is 5. Okay, example 2. 6 times the parentheses 2x plus 4. And minus 4x equals 40. So again, we have to distribute first. So we go 4 to 2x, and 6 to 2x, and 6 to 4. So we write 6 down. First times the 2x, then times a 4. If 4 has a plus in front of it, we just write that down as 4. Okay, if it has a minus, you write it as a negative. Okay. So I put x down. 6 times 2 is 12. And then 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, so I cross the parentheses and the 6 out. And we have 12x plus 24. Then the minus 4x. And then the 40. Okay. So here's my equals. I've got two x's that are on the same side. Okay. Okay, so I connect those. Now what are we adding here? We're adding a 12, positive 12, and a negative 4. Okay. So when I go to add this, it's got to be 12 plus negative 4. That's 8. So it's x with an 8. Then I have my plus 24 still, and then equals 40. Okay. Alright, so we have the 1, 2. We get rid of the plus 24 with a minus 24. We get rid of the times 8 with a divide by 8. Okay, then I go 40 minus 24 is going to take me to 16. divide by 8. Okay, 16 divided by 8 is 2. Okay, next page. Negative 3, parentheses x plus 5 plus 7x equals 1. So I have to distribute. Put a 1 in front of my x. So I go negative 3 to 1x and negative 3 to 5. So it's negative 3 I'm distributing to 1x and to 5. So negative 3, so I put the x down. Negative 3 times 1 is negative 3. Negative 3 times 5, okay, is negative 15. So I line up the equals. I cross out the parentheses and the negative number in front. Okay. And we go negative 3x, we write that down, and then minus 15. That now goes to a minus 15 when I have that as a negative. Okay. And then plus 7x. And then we have 1. Okay, so I have two x's. They're on the same side. So I connect those with a V. I write x down. And I'm adding a negative 3 and a positive 7. So that's negative 3. Always put the plus sign in there. So I'm taking a negative 3 plus a 7. That's 4. Then minus 15 equals 1. Okay, now I've got the 1, 2 process. Okay, so I get rid of the minus. I get rid of my minus 15 with a plus 15. And then I get rid of the times 4 with the divide by 4. One plus 15 is 16, and then divide by 4. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay, last problem in this video. 2, and then we see our parentheses, and inside you got x minus 2, and then minus 5x equals 11. Distribute your 2, okay, put a 1 there. So 2 to 1x and 2 to negative 2. So first I have the 1x. And then that 2 right there looks like a negative, so I put a negative 2. So write x down. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So I line up my equals. I cross out the parentheses and the multiplying number. And then I put a positive in front of 2x. Positive 2x. And then minus 4. And I still got that 5x with the minus sign. Okay. And then 11. And now we simplify. Okay. So 2x's, they're on the same side. And then I go to work. Okay. So we're adding positive 2 and negative 5. So I go 2 plus negative 5. That would be negative 3. And then minus 4. And then 11. Okay. So we have the times and the minus. So I get rid of the minus first with a plus 4. And I get rid of the times negative 3 with a divide by negative 3. So that's 15. And divide by negative 3. divided by -3, it's -5.